Welcome to episode number 6 of his Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series. And today, I'm still playing my Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series. Obviously, playoff time. We're at to play the Cardinals in the wild card round at in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. We do have a better record than them, but they're the home team because they won the NFC West and the Packers were wild card teams. So basically, they're the home team. The Cardinals are because the Cardinals were a division winner and the Packers were not. They're a wild card team. So that's why, although we have a better record by one game, we're 11-6. They're 10-7. They're the home team because we're a wild card team and they're a division winner. So let's look at the playoff bracket quickly. See what's happening. There's only a one seed in each conference gets a first round bye. Browns got it in the AFC. Vikings got it in the NFC. So the Vikings were the team that ended up winning the NFC North and got the 1 seed. And then the 2 seed in the NFC is Washington. 3 seed Saints. 4 seed Cardinals. 5 seed is the Packers. 6 seed is the Cowboys. 7 seed is the Seahawks. And then the AFC, 1 seed obviously is the Browns. The 2 seed is the Chiefs, like in real life. 3 seed is the Jaguars. Yes, that's completely the opposite of real life, and this is a normal franchise, no fantasy franchise or anything like that. So like I said, Browns are the 1 seed, Chiefs are the 2 seed, Jaguars are the 3 seed, Bills are the 4 seed, Patriots are the 5 seed, Ravens are the 6 seed, and the Chargers are the 7 seed. So the Super Bowl, which is Super Bowl 56, is in LA, as the Chargers have a chance to play at their home stadium if somehow they didn't beat the Chiefs, then beat the Browns, and then beat one of the other 4 teams, but that's probably like a 5% chance or less of them making it to the Super Bowl, and obviously the Rams did not make it in this game. Obviously in real life today, which by the time this video is going up, the game should be over maybe, but the Rams and Buccaneers play each other in the NFC Divisional Round playoff game. Winner will play the 49ers. The winner will host the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Unfortunately, the Niners beat the Packers on game-winning field goal at the buzzer last night. I'm sad, but just the game. That's reason 1. Reason 2. See if I didn't beat the Cardinals. Obviously, in this game, the 49ers didn't make the playoffs. But see if I can beat the Cardinals and move on to the Divisional Round here in this franchise, where in real life the Packers are the 1. In real life the Packers are the 1 seed. In this game, the Packers are the 5 seed. So, and then obviously the Browns were the 1 seed in real life. They didn't make the playoffs, and then were the Vikings. Yeah, we were 11-6 along with the Vikings, but the Vikings beat us. Obviously, we played the Vikings twice, lost both times, so we ended up tied. The Vikings and the Packers at 11-6. They had the tiebreaker, so they won the NFC North, and the Vikings won the NFC North, and they got the 1 seed, and they got a first-round bye. And the Packers still made the playoffs, but didn't win the NFC North, and are a wild card team, and were the 5 seed. We're not guaranteed a home playoff game, but it's not impossible. So it's not impossible, but it's not guaranteed for a home. It's not impossible to do a home playoff. It's not guaranteed we did a home playoff game, but it's not impossible. As goals for the head coach, I did change these. Vinny J's the head coach. Win the turnover battle. Offensive coordinator, pass for 275+ yards. Defensive coordinator, stat the QB 3+ times. I set all these goals, and then the game plan is to sack Kyler Murray 5+ times, which I don't know if I should set that like that. But we gotta get to him. We gotta contain him. We just gotta do the best we can. I mean, we should be able to win this game. I said that about the 49ers game in real life. Obviously, that's real life. This is a game. It won't be snowing because we're not gonna be in Arizona or at Glendale. They do have DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals do, along with J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones, who's I believe a middle linebacker. And obviously, Hopkins is a wide receiver, and then Watt's a defensive lineman. We have a 91 offense and 85 defense, and we're an 88 overall, and the Cardinals are 83 across the board. 83 offense, 83 defense, and an 83 overall. So we're plus 8 for offense, plus 8 for offense, plus 2 for defense, and a plus 5 for overall. So I mean, we should be able to beat this team. Our defense is pretty good. It's really good, actually. Our offense should be better, but it's really bad when games I play off camera, I play the moments. When I don't control the offense, they cannot score usually. Although we have a 91 offense, you should be able to score. Not every drive, because actually no one's perfect, but they rarely score when I'm not controlling them. And when I do play the moments, when we win one of those games, say like 28-20, all 28 points are usually when I'm playing. when they throw me into like a third down situation, red zone situation, 2-minute drill. I don't know. But yeah. Let's play the wild card playoff game. Packers at Cardinals at State Farm, or let's play the wild card playoff game. Packers Cardinals at State Farm, let's play the wild card playoff game. Packers Cardinals at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Let's get into it. Play full game. If we win and say the 2 and 3 seed also win, then we're gonna go to Minnesota to play the Vikings. It's the lowest seed remaining. The lowest seed remaining after wild card weekend will play the 1 seed, and then obviously the other 2 teams will play each other in the other division round playoff game. That's the case obviously in the NFC and the AFC. So we're at 88 overall. They're at 83. I mean, technically we were a game better than them, and we did beat them. We did play them in the regular season in Glendale. It was in Week 8 on Thursday Night Football. In this game we beat them 27-24. In real life they beat them 24. In the real life game the Packers beat the Cardinals 24-21. In this game we beat them. Or in real life, the Packers beat the Cardinals in that Week 8 game on Thursday Night Football, 24-21. And in this game, we beat them. Or in real life, the Packers beat the Cardinals 24-21. And in this game, the Packers beat the Cardinals 27-24. So both the real life game and this game, or the game here in Madden 22 and the game in real life, both were wins by the Packers, and both were wins by the Packers, like I said, by 3 points. So yeah, 24-21 in real life, 27-24 in this game. Let's get into it. So we have Adams has double me. Alexander has shut down. Rogers is gambler. On the other side, Hopkins has double me as well, along with Adams. Chandler Jones has relentlessness, and then J.J. Watt has run stuffer. Chandler Jones is a left outside linebacker. J.J. Watt's a left end. Hopkins is a wide receiver, and obviously Adams is a wide receiver. Alexander is a cornerback, and obviously Rogers is a quarterback. Let's get into the game. Play total enhanced. Let's get into the game right now. Wild card playoff game. Winner will move on to the divisional round of the NFC, or the winner of this game will play, or the winner of this game will move on to the NFC Divisional Round playoff, or the winner of this game will move on to the divisional round in the NFC playoffs, and the loser will go home. And Rodgers 39 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and Murray had 29 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. But Rodgers had 39 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let's watch the prediction. Alan Roach. I'm nervous. Actually, I'm nervous. Packers coach is Vinny J. I've seen this game with Robert Tonyan, although in real life in the Week 8 game, in the Week 8 game where the Packers did play the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football, in the real life game, Robert Tonyan, or in the real life game between these two teams in the regular season in Week 8, Robert Tonyan tore his ACL, obviously, and this game he didn't. Knocked on wood, as you can see. The other two NFC wildcard games, it's Dallas and New Orleans, and then it's Seattle and Washington. Or it's Dallas at New Orleans, and then Seattle at Washington. So obviously, the higher seed is the home team, obviously. This is the Packers are the 5 seed, Cardinals are the 4 seed. They did the ball start the game, which I'm fine with that, because I'd rather have us hit the ball at the second half, so we can maybe double dip, score at the end of the first half, and score at the start of the second half. The Chiefs beat the Chargers 24, or excuse me, the Chiefs beat the Chargers 21-14, and then the Cowboys beat the Saints 31-28. So that's good right there. So that means we will not be playing the 1 seed, no matter what, because we won't be the lowest seed remaining. So we won't play the Vikings, at least in the first round, or in the divisional round. That will be a touchback. So the Chiefs beat the Chargers 24-21. Not 24-21, I can't speak. The Chiefs beat the there's the stats. 4,600 yards, 29 touchdowns, 14 interceptions for Murray in 2021. So yeah, Dallas beat New Orleans, or the Cowboys beat the Saints 31-28, and the Chiefs beat the Chargers 21-14. So obviously this is the last game on Saturday, so there's this game and plus the 3 on Sunday. Obviously, in this game, there's no game on Monday. Here we go. Here's Murray, first point of the game. That's incomplete. So like I said, it was a. So yeah, the first game Sunday is New England at Buffalo, and then the second game is Baltimore. The second game on Sunday is Baltimore at Jacksonville, and the third game is whatever the next day. Here's a throw, and it's caught by number 18. And in the third game, I guess it's Baltimore. No, the second game is Seattle, Washington. The second game is Seattle at Washington. The second game is Seattle at Washington, and the third game is Baltimore at Jacksonville. Here we go. Here's another throw. Caught by number 18. It's Green. That is Green. So the Chiefs beat the Chargers 21-14, and then the Cowboys beat the Saints 31-28. So the 2-seeded Chiefs beat the 7-seeded Chargers 21-14, and then the 6-seeded Cowboys beat the 3-seeded Saints 31-28. So we will not be playing the Vikings in the divisional round, at least. We still could play them in the NFC Championship game if we both get there, but we will not be playing. The Packers will not be playing the Minnesota Vikings in the divisional, the Green Bay Packers will not be playing the Minnesota Vikings in the divisional round. Here's another throw. That ball is caught. That's Williams, whoever the heck that is. 3rd and inches now at R46. 9 seconds into the game. So like I said, the Packers will not be playing the Vikings in the divisional round. We might be playing them in the NFC Championship game though. But we will not be playing them in the. So yeah, we will not be playing because the Cowboys are the 6th seed, we're the 5 seed, so we won't be the lowest seed remaining no matter what. So that means we will not be playing the Vikings in the divisional round, but we might be playing them in the NFC Championship game. Here we go. Come on, pressure. Come on, D. Here's a throw wide open. It's Hopkins. He spun around the guy, and Smith tackles and Preston Smith. Murray 5 for 6, 52 yards, 7 inches at R22, halfway through the first quarter. 6-minute quarters, by the way. 6-minute quarters. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cardinals are on the move. Hopkins already has 2 receptions for 24 yards. Also have A.J. Green and some other players. Here we go, play action. And open is 13 a little, but it was inaccurate. Now it's 3rd and inches for R22. So, yeah, last episode we played the Lions and lost name of the Raiders. In the last episode we played the Lions, and which is the last name of the Raiders. Here's a draw by Murray, and he sacked it. Or now it was in a sack because it was a design QB run, so it's a tackle for a loss by number 20, which is Kevin Tin, and now it's 4th down and 1. Are they going to go for it? They are going for it. 4th and 1 for R23. A gamble. They only down a yard, but here they're going to pass it. Here's a throw, and it's caught. 1st and 0 for the Cardinals at R8, as they got 15 yards on 4th and 1. Now it's to Tristan Kirk. 1st and 0 Arizona at our 8-yard line, and this drive's already lasted 4 minutes. Already past 4 minutes. Here we go. Here we go. Trying to do something. Here's a throw. It's caught at the 2, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's A.J. Green, and the Cardinals strike first here in the wild card playoff game. And the extra point by Prater is right down, well, not right down the middle, but it goes through the uprights. 11 plays, 75 yards, and it took 4 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock. 1:46 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 in Arizona. As Prater will take it away back is Randall Cobb, who they got via trade from the Texans this past offseason. Here we go. Here's Cobb, and he's up to our own 27-yard line. 1:43 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 in Arizona. Here comes A-Rod and the Green Bay offense. 4,500 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. Here we go. Here we go. And here's a throw, and it's caught by Adams. 1st down, Green Bay, 25 yards already to the Cardinals' 48-yard line. 1st down, Green Bay. On our first play from scrimmage. Remember, the Cowboys and the Saints were both 11-6. The Cowboys, obviously, were a wildcard team. The football team, the Washington football team, were also 11-6, but they had a tiebreaker. So they won the East, Washington did, while the Cowboys were a wildcard team. That's the same situation we were in. And it's a yard for Jones. Obviously, also have A.J. Dillon. I believe so, at least. I don't think he's hurt. The only person that's hurt is David Bakhtiari, our left tackle, because he tore his ACL on New Year's Eve of 2020, and he's been out for like 20 more weeks. So he's out for the entire year. I already knew that before the season even started. Here we go. Launch to the end zone, and it's gone! Touchdown Green Bay! What a throw by Rodgers, and what a catch by Adams! As he mossed his defender, it was one-on-one in the end zone, or it was one-on-one in the end zone. Rodgers put it right there, and Adams went up and got it. Touchdown Green Bay, and we're within, and the Packers are within extra point of tying the game. My goodness. An extra point by Crosby with Jordan Love, our better quarterback, beating the holders right down the middle. 3 plays, 73 yards, and it took 1 minute and 16 seconds. Rodgers 2 for 2, 71 yards, and a touchdown on that drive. My goodness. 7-7, 27 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Wind is 8 miles per hour blowing basically against his tick. So it looks like they do have the roof open, and that will go back to the end zone for a touchback. So the roof is open, wind is 8 miles per hour blowing against us, but obviously it would be blowing with us in the second quarter. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, pressure. And that ball is caught by Hopkins up to their own 38-yard line. 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. First down, Arizona. And 3 seconds to play. They'll do another play. They will not. 7-7 after 1 quarter here in the Wild Card playoff game. Here was second quarter in the Wild Card playoff game. Winner will move on to the divisional. The winner of this game will move on to the divisional round, and the loser will have their season end. Here we go. And here's a throw. Open is number 87, and he's up to our 48-yard line. Murray 9 for 11, 102 yards and a touchdown. He's on fire so far. Here we go, and now this is a QB draw. This one will work. And good tackle by 10. 238, 9 yards for Murray, and this will be a first down, 7 yards after contact. We stopped him on that one on, what, 3rd and inches. But unfortunately, we cannot stop this one. Here we go. And now Murray rolling out, and he will be, I don't know, they're saying that's not a stat. It's going to be no gain, so no stat. Oh, I think they just said a tackle, but I think it was Preston Smith who tackled him. No gain, send him down on 10. That should be a stat, even if it's no gain, but they're saying it's just no gain. No stat. Here's a throw. That ball is caught. Hopkins down to the Packers 25. First down, Arizona. Murray 10 for 12, 115 yards and a touchdown. There's no answer for this defense right now. Here we go. Come on, pressure. That ball is caught again. Down on the 15, and it's going to be sending down probably in inches. It will be sending down in inches. There's only, remember, there's only 3.5 minutes to go in the half. And the Cardinals have the ball now, but the Packers had the ball after halftime. Cardinals on the move, though. This should be a battle of whose defense can make a stop. Here's a throw. That ball is caught. Caught by tackled by 23, Alexander. First and goal, Arizona. That was Edmonds. First and goal from the 10 for Arizona. Only 3 minutes to go in the first half. And now, Murray's going to run with it! And he's going to slide down at the 5, sending down a goal. And now, it's a QB draw, and Murray is bottled up. I brought a safety blitz. Both safeties came in, the free safety and the strong safety, and Clark blew up the play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 9. And they're going to do one more play. 2-minute warning. The throw is incomplete. Now it's 4th down. 2-minute warning here in Arizona. 7-7 game. And also they're going to kick it. It's 21 yards. 21 yards from the right hash. And the kick by Prater is right down the middle. 10-7 Arizona with probably 157 they do in the first half. But we still have plenty of time. All 3 timeouts and 1 minute and 56 seconds. And all 3 timeouts. Down 3. And remember, we just ball after halftime too. So good job by this defense to stiffen inside the red zone. Hold Arizona to 3. And remember, we just ball now and after halftime. We're up to our own 26 down on 153 to play in the first half. So this is our only second drive. We barely had the ball. But obviously, we're within 3, and we get the ball now, obviously, like I said, and we also get the ball after halftime. Here we go. Here's A-Rod. Here's A-Rod. We'll throw it to Samuel, who got via trade from Washington, who we possibly could play, I guess, in the divisional round if it works out, if we win and they win and some other things happen. But if the Seahawks can beat, by the way, if the Seahawks can beat the Washington football team, then Seahawks would go to Minnesota to play the Vikings, and then we would host the Cowboys. There's Jones, and he's down to their 44s. Yeah, because if the 5, 6, and 7 seed wins, 7 seed would go to the 1 seed, and then the 5 seed would host the 6 seed, and we're the 5 seed, and the 6 seed already won, but now the Seahawks need to beat Washington for us to host a playoff game, which that would be awesome. But still, here's a throw. I think he's got it, and he does! Touchdown Green Bay! 44 yards! And the Panthers take their first lead of the game here in the final 2 minutes of the first half. As Adams has both touchdowns for Green Bay, 13-10 Green Bay, under 1 minute to play in the first half. And the extra point by Crosby is right down Broadway. 14-10 Green Bay. There's still 52 seconds to go in the first half. Cardinals have all 3 timeouts. But remember, we did ball for halftime. Here's a tipped off by our punter, J.J. Stout, who in real life I know our punter is Bojorquez, but in this game, Stout was still the punter when I started this franchise, because I started this franchise back in August of 2021. And he only got to the 19-yard line. Here we go. They're trying to get something going here. Well, let's do something before halftime. Arizona is, because remember, Green Bay gets the ball after halftime. Here we go. Here we go. Now backpedaling. That's holding. And now Murray will only get 5, and Arizona will call their first time out. Send it down at 5 from their own 44-yard line, or from their own 24-yard line. 42 seconds to play in the first half. Here we go. And now, dropping back, ball is caught. And then Lowry hit him right away. Timeout number 2 used by Arizona. They're at their own 30-yard line. 38 seconds to play in the first half. 14-10 Green Bay. 1st and 10 for Arizona at their own 30-yard line. It's Williams. Here we go. Murray. Now a lot of space. And now he's still going. And he's doing 47. Half a minute to go. They're not calling their timeout. There's only 25 seconds to play. I don't know. They left all that time off. There's only 12 seconds. And finally 10 yards in the field range. Just still have a timeout. And now Murray will roll out again. And here he goes again. And now he slides at the 38. Timeout number 3 used for the Cardinals. Their 3rd and final timeout used by the Cardinals. 3 seconds to play. And they're probably going to kick it, I would say. They are going to kick it. I'm not trying to ice Prater. Now Murray's back out there, but then they're kicking it. They are. It is 55 yards for Prater. Which is not a dimmy, but he's one of the best hitters in the lead. And the kick is on line, and it is good. It's not inside the left upright, and it's a 1-point game at halftime. But remember, the Panthers do the ball after halftime. As the Panthers are up 14-3 at halftime, we did the ball after halftime. Let's listen to John Coachman and the EA Sports halftime report, Coach. We averaged 24 yards per play just because we only run like 10 plays on offense, maybe less. You can see Dallas beat New Orleans 31-28. Seattle, Washington tomorrow in this game at 4:40 Eastern, and then obviously there's this game, and then obviously the Chiefs beat the Chargers 20-14, and then obviously Baltimore at Jacksonville, and then New England at Baltimore at Jacksonville, and then New England at Buffalo is tomorrow. Tomorrow in this game, that is, not tomorrow in real life. Tomorrow in this game. Here we go. Start the second half here in Arizona, or here in Glendale. 14-13 Green Bay as Green Bay hits the ball to start the second half. Here we go. Winner will move on. Loser will go home. Return by Cobb at the 1-yard line is up to the 29-yard line. 4 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Panthers hit the ball up 1. Or the Panthers hit the ball up a point, 14-13. The reason why we're averaging 24 yards per play is because we rarely have the ball. Here we go. And now, another one of these plays. This one is caught as well. I've done that play like 3 times, and Rogers 5 for 5, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both in that man, number 17, Davante Adams. My goodness. Here's the snap. Rogers in the pocket, throws it to Tanya in the tight end, doing real life towards ACL in the Week 8 game against the Cardinals. But in this game, he's still, obviously, still playing. And obviously, first reception for Tanya, which was a 16-yard reception. 1st and 10 Green Bay at the Arizona 16. Here we go. Here's a run by Jones, and he's down to the 10 or 11. It's going to be 3rd down or 2nd down and 5. Now I brought Dylan in. Number 87, I think, is our fullback, which is actually a tight end, but he's acting as our fullback. Chase Sternberger, which in real life was suspended for the first 3 or 4 games of the year, and then he was released. But now I have A.J. Dillon, the big bruiser, in from Boston College, and Dillon is in! Touchdown, Green Bay! I bring Dillon in, and the big body from Boston College is the big body from Boston College is into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Packers lead by 7. What a play! I bring the big bruiser, A.J. Dillon from Boston College, into the game on that play. I bring the big bruiser and A.J. Dillon from Boston College in, and he rumbles his way into the end zone for a touchdown for Green Bay. I bring the bruiser in, the big bruiser in from Boston College. I bring the Dillon. A.J. Dillon, the big bruiser from Boston College. I bring him in, and he bodies his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 21-13 Green Bay. 4:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's a kick by J.K. Stott, our punter, and that will be back at the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 Arizona at their own 25-yard line, down 21-13. We gotta contain Murray because he's kind of running. He has like 40 rushing yards already. We gotta contain him. Here we go. Come on, D. Come on. And that ball is caught, but really only a yard or 2 after the catch. Murray 14 for 17, 142 yards and a touchdown. And obviously they have 2 field goals. Including what was from 20 yards and then like 55 yards. Here we go. And now that's a throw. That ball is caught by Hopkins. And it's up to their own 46-yard line. 1st down, Arizona. Here we go, and I'll run it. And number 2 is through a hole. There's a flag down. That might be a holder or a legal bot in the back, maybe. And they're going to say holding on the offense. It is on the Matt Williams, the tight end, so I'll accept that. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul, which the spot of the foul apparently happened 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul if the foul occurs in front of the line of scrimmage, which it did. So happened 5 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. So 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. 1st and 15 for Arizona. There's Hopkins, who did 6, sent it down and 8 from their own 47-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here we go, and now, that ball is caught by Williams, the tight end who had that holding penalty. He's a yard short, or less than a foot short, 3rd and inches. 2 minutes to go. We haven't sacked Murray once yet. So about the 3 sacks or the 5 sacks. They'll run it on 3rd and inches, and he got a yard or 2. I think he only got. Connor only got. Well, he got enough. He got 1 or 2 yards. 1st down, Arizona at R44. 90 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Here we go, and now Murray under pressure. That ball is caught in a window, and forward progress for Hopkins. I believe that is a 1st down. Yes, it is. Murray only 3 incompletions. Hopkins 7 receptions, 81 yards. We just cannot stop him. I want to be on like. Let's do it. I'm on Chris Barnes here. Here we go. Murray with a QB draw, and he's down to the 27. 9 rushes, 53 yards for Murray. 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Arizona at R27. That ball is almost picked off. Now it's 3rd and 5. And here we go. And that ball is a quick throw to Green. And that's a 1st down for Arizona. Murray 19 for 23, 190 yards and a touchdown. Green 4 receptions, 36 yards. 1st down Arizona. Maybe one more play for the quarter ends, I'm not sure. And then we'll not run another play. We head to the 4th quarter here on Wild Card Weekend. 21-13 Green Bay. As the Packers scored a touchdown in each of the first 3 quarters. And for the Cardinals, obviously, they scored 2 touchdowns, or excuse me, a touchdown, and obviously the 2 field goals. Here we go, and now it's a run. Let's say I thought it was only a tackle for a loss, but Connor goes forward for takeaways. Season ranking for the Panthers defense is 28th, and today they have 0. They also have 0 sacks. Set and sets. Here we go. Come on, defense. Throw, and that ball's caught by Hopkins, and he's down to the 1. As 1st and over on the 1 for Arizona. Probably going for 2 if they did a touchdown here, which it probably will be. 1st and over on the 1 for Arizona. Down 8. I need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion at the time of the game. They're probably not going to go for 2 if they did the touchdown. But there's only 5 minutes to go. They throw! Open was Williams, but it was thrown wasn't right at him. And it's ended up with 2nd and goal now. 4:59 to play. Goal on defense for Green Bay. Here we go. Now run it up the gut. And Zadarius Smith tipped him out barely. My goodness. And then now it's 3rd and goal from literally inside the 1. Empty backfield for Murray. He might do a QB draw or something. And he won't do a QB draw. And he is into the end zone, touchdown. Sending it for Donovan. QB draw for Murray results in a touchdown. They're going for 2 to try to tie the game. Here we go. They're within 2, trying to tie the game with a 2-point conversion. 4:27 to play. In regulation, the wild card day. Here we go. Murray is sacked by Smith on the 2-point conversion. I don't think it counts as a sack. It might just count as a tackle, but either way, the Panthers defense makes the play. And the Panthers still lead by 2 with 4:27 to play. And a touchdown and a PAT here would make it a 2-score day. And that will be a touchback. It's Cabo in the end zone. I'm not sure if that actually counts as a sack for Zadarius Smith, but it does make the play. Now, the Panthers with the touchdown and a PAT would make it a 2-score game, and that probably would be the dagger, but anything less. At least did a field goal, so they have to do a touchdown. Arizona has to. Here we go. Throw! Samuel's got it. And at one play, up to their own 44-yard line. Rodgers only has 7 throws, but he has 209 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Obviously, hasn't passed it that much. They haven't had the ball that much, but we're still up by 2 with only 4 minutes to play and counting. It's a 2-minute warning plus. Both teams have all 3 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. Here's Jones. Here's Jones. Breaks free. And he got, I'm not sure how many yards he got, but from around 44 to their 38, 1st down Green Bay. There's only 3:25 to play. There's a halfback stretch from the outside. Got the edge. Doesn't go out of bounds. Didn't want to go out of bounds. Green Bay total offense season rate 29 today. They have 350 yards. 2nd and 2 now, under 3 to play. Touchdown here would probably be the dagger. Here we go. Here we go. He's going to throw it, and it's caught at the 10 by Samuel, and he's in. Touchdown Green Bay. And they're up by 8 again. And a PAT here will make it a 2-score game. Only 2:47 to play, too. Now, Crosby will make it a 2-score game, and he does just that, as the Packers are up by 9, which is 2 scores at 28-19. 4 plays, 75 yards, and it lasted 100 seconds. Packers lead by 9 at 28-19, which is 2 scores. And there's only 2:47 to play. Cardinals have all 3 timeouts along with the Packers, and obviously there's a 2-minute warning. And that will be returned from about 2 yards deep in the end zone by number 85. And he's up to their own 20-yard line. 2:43 to play. Cardinals need 2 scores. Murray, he started 13 for 16. Since then, he's 7 for 9. great start, but obviously the score on the last drive, he had obviously that QB draw for a touchdown, but now his team's down by 9, which is 2 scores, only 2:43 to play. Here's a throw, that ball is caught, and I believe it went out of bounds, but he lost a yard. So, yeah, the clock did stop as it went out of bounds, but he lost a yard, so 10-11 now. Here we go, come on, D. And now Murray will throw it, and it was inaccurate. Now it's 3rd and 11. And with a 3rd and 11, opposite 4-down territory with them being down by 9. Here we go. And Murray will get it away. It's a little bit of a screen. Heck of a tackle by someone. And I believe he lost another yard. Now it's 4th and 12. So, and now they aren't gonna go for it here. There's only 2:10 to play. They're down by 9. This is definitely their season here. Looks like they're like Hail Mary like formation here. Well, they're doing here we go. And there's a throw. That ball is broken up. It was 1-on-1 as it was caught by the receiver, but then Alexander, I believe that was Alexander, hit the ball out of the number 13's hands. That was Alexander. We take over 2:02 to play at their 18, up 9. My goodness. First stop by the defense. Here we go. Let's play a 2-minute warning. We're going to run it. A.J. Dillon's still in the game. I never brought Jones back in. 2-minute warning. Panthers are at, what, the Cardinals like 15, up 9. This game's over because we're up by 2 scores. Dillon's still in. Here we go. Here's Dillon. Dillon will hit the first down, and Dillon's down to the 3. Timeout number 1 used by Arizona, but they have no hope at this point. Let's throw it here. Here we go. And here we go. Throw into the end zone. Flag is down. It's incomplete. I'm not sure. It might be roughing the passer. It is roughing the passer. So that's going to bring us down to like that the 1 yard line? No, I'll say a 2 yard line. So I'm going to accept it. First and goal from probably like the 1. Half innocence in the goal, so it'll be from the 1.5. Here we go. It's an RPO. No, give it to Dillon, and he's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. As Dillon is the second rushing TD of the game, and the Panthers lead by 15. 15, right? Yeah. So looks like we're on a go for 2 here. We're on a 34. I don't know. We're on a dope for it. Here we go. This is Jones now. Jones is back into the game, and he's in for the 2-point diversion, and we're up 36-19. So we're up. I'm thinking. So, well, no. We're up by 17 now. Panthers are up by 17 at 36-19. I was to make it a 3-score game because it was 9, and obviously that'll be a return from about 2 yards deep. 1:45 to play. We're up by 3 scores at 17 points at the Panthers are up by 17 at 36-19, which is 3 scores. So. There we go, and now plenty of time for Murray, wide open as Green stays in bounds at their own 41-yard line. They have 2 timeouts from Arizona, though. They do hurry it up here. 1:20 to play, obviously they're down by 3 scores. So here's another throw, and it's batted out of the hands by our defender. Here we go. And there's a throw. That ball is caught by Hopkins to our 43. 1:10 to play. Then I'll hurry it up here again. Here we go. And the throw ball was almost picked off, but Green got it to our 33. I'll hurry it up here. They still have 2 timeouts. 40 seconds to play, but they're outnumbered by 3 scores. Here's Murray. Will throw that one. It's caught at the 18, 30 seconds to play. And now they're finally call their second timeout. But obviously, we were up by 2, then 9, and then 17 is obviously at the touchdown and 2-point conversion. So 3 scores, 25 seconds to play. First and 10 for Arizona at our 18, but obviously, this game's all but over. Here we go. Here we go. And he's going to throw a ball. It's intercepted by Jair Alexander. And that is your dadder. It was that touchdown that made it a 3-score, or a touchdown and the 2-point conversion that made it a 3-score game that was actually the dadder, but that's officially your dadder right there. Rodgers 8 for 9. He only thrown the ball 9 times in this game. Intercepted by Alexander. So we did win the turnover battle. We did not sack Murray once, but we did win the turnover battle. As there's a run in here, hopefully no one gets injured here. Here's Jones. I thought he was going to break that, but it does not. And I'm not going to run another play. He's in the zone now, but there's only 10 minutes to go in the game. As that's going to be the game. And the Packers are moving on to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Let's go. As time has run out, as the Cardinals are going home, as the Packers beat the Cardinals 36-19 here on the road. And there's a possibility the Packers might be hosting a playoff game, and they will be if the Seahawks can beat Washington. But if it's the other way around, if Washington beats Seattle, then if Washington beats Seattle, then we're playing Washington in Washington. But if Seattle beats Washington, then we're hosting the Cowboys, while Seattle will go to Minnesota to play the Vikings. So obviously we average 17 yards per play. I mean, they had more passing yards, but obviously we still won. I mean, we won by 16, or we won by 17 at 36-19, which is 17 points, by the way. Rodgers 88.9% completion percentage, 239 yards, 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones 6 carries, 59 yards. Adams 4 receptions, 155 yards, and then Samuel 3 receptions, 68 yards. The reason why his QB rating should be 158.3 perfect. I think it is. Because the reason it should be perfect is because he only threw the ball 9 times. Because really, when we had the ball, we didn't have any long drives, which seems bad. But what seems bad, like last night, where the Packers went they just went 3 and out, 5 straight drives or 8 straight drives. I think last night against the Niners, where they did a point or whatever. Then that'll be bad when you have all these short drives. But it's actually not bad when you score a touchdown, because we were scoring it obviously that first drive we scored on the 3rd play, and then we scored on the 5th play. I mean, Rodgers only threw the ball 9 times. 8 for 9, 239 yards, 88% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. Obviously, Murray had that 1 touchdown to Green, and then the interception at the end by Alexander. He had a 92.7 QB rating, 26 for 35, 261 yards, 74% completion percentage, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Rodgers 158.3 QB rating, which I believe is perfect. Rushing, Murray 10 for 53 and a touchdown. Jones 6 for 59. Dillon 4 for 28 with a pair of touchdowns. Connor 4 for 7. And then receiving, we're just on to the Packers. Who did the Cardinals? Or right now, we only had 3 receivers. He threw to 2. He only threw to, obviously only had 8 completions. 4 to Adams, 3 to Samuel, and then 1 to Tanyan. But everyone else, obviously, Compton did a catch. I just did Lazard and MBS, but I never saw him in the game. But, yeah, I traded Devin Funchess to Washington for Curtis Samuel. That's how I got Curtis Samuel, which we might be playing, we will be playing Washington if Washington beats Seattle, because obviously, like I said, Dallas beat New Orleans, and the lowest seed remaining will play the 1 seed, which we'll find out who we're playing in the divisional round. I will, and you guys will. Once I edit it out, I'll be filming it and stuff. But Adams 4 for 155, 2 touchdowns. Samuel 3 for 68 and a touchdown, and then Tanyan 1 for 16. But I mean, Rodgers only had 8 completions. We won the game 36-19. 4 to Adams, 3 to Samuel, 1 to Tanyan. And like I said, Adams had 2 touchdowns. Samuel had 1. Tanyan had, it was that 1 reception for 16 yards. And then defense, Smith had 7 tackles. We had no sacks. Obviously, Alexander had the interception. But no sacks at all. But obviously, there was still won the game. No sacks. Obviously, there was that 1 interception. But other than that, defense still played well. Obviously, we still won by 17. And the defense only gave up 19 points. So, yeah. So, yeah. Good job by Rodgers. 88.8% completion percentage for Rodgers. 74.2% completion percentage for Murray. Let's do it. That's in the menu here as the Packers beat the Cardinals 36-19 here in the NFL wildcard round, or in the NFC wildcard round, and the Packers are moving on to the NFC Divisional Round playoff game, and the Packers are moving on to the NFC Divisional Round, or the Packers are moving on to the NFC Divisional Round to play. Well, it'll be we'll be hosting the Cowboys, or we'll go to Washington to play the Washington football team. But we're not playing the 1 seed no matter who wins between Washington and Seattle, because the lowest seed remaining plays the 1 seed, and we won't be the lowest seed remaining because the Cowboys for sure already beat New Orleans. I said Bakhtiari to upgrade, but he's hurt, so we won't have him in the next season if obviously I do a second season, which at this point I probably will, because obviously, but who knows. But so obviously, won the turnover battle, Chad passed for 275 plus yards. Fortunately, that's on the Ets, and an Ets for stat, the QB 3+ times, and an Ets for stat 5+ stats. And now there was a conference about the first of many that talked about the playoff game, our first playoff game. I did that interview with the media off camera. Now I actually this is like the media talking about like how we won. I'm not actually filming this. Usually I don't film these, but this is actually assistant GM. Congrats on the playoff win, coach. Let's see if we can keep this ball rolling and pick up another this week. Or this is assistant GM. I thought it would be like the media. First of many earned 7 staff points. Now I have 230, but I'm happy. Now, obviously, let's advance to the divisional weekend. See who we're playing. Are we hosting a playoff game? We are! Let's go! We're hosting a playoff game! As we don't be playing and let's say we might be playing in a blizzard. Oh, that figures. Oh, day, buddy. Let's go, Seahawks! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Yes! The Seahawks beat the football team 26-20. Obviously, the Seahawks beat the football team 26-20. The Cowboys beat the Seahawks. I can't speak. The Seahawks beat the football team 26-20. The Cowboys beat the Saints 31-28. Obviously, we beat the Cardinals 36-19. And on the other side, I don't know if I keep saying Cowboys. On the other side, the Chiefs are playing the Chiefs beat the Chargers 21-14. The Ravens beat the Jaguars 35-24, and then the Bills obliterated the Patriots 42-17 like they did in real life. So now the 4 division round matchups are, it's Ravens at first seeded, it's a 6th seeded Ravens at the 1st seeded Browns, and then it's the 4th seeded Bills at the 2 seeded Chiefs. That's actually a division round matchup in real life today. So like I said, it's Ravens at Browns, Bills at Chiefs, and then on the other side it's the 7th seeded Seahawks at the 1 seeded Vikings, and then it's the 6th seeded Cowboys at the 5 seeded Packers. So we did it in a home playoff game as the 7th seeded, or the Seahawks or the 7th seed beat the 2 seed, or the Washington football team were the 2 seed, and the Seattle Seahawks were the 7th seed. Seahawks beat the football team 26-20, and then obviously, like I said, the Cowboys beat the Saints 31-28, and then obviously we beat the Cardinals 36-19. So all in the divisional weekend in the NFC side, obviously, all 3 in the NFC, in all 3 NFC wildcard playoff games, the team that was a wildcard team won the game. All 3 division winners are out. Obviously, there's still one more division winner, which is the Vikings, because they were the 1 seed. So it's Ravens at Browns, Bills at Chiefs, Seahawks at Vikings, and Cowboys at Packers. Obviously, we played the Packers in the playoffs, 2014 and 2016, and obviously we played them in the regular season in 2017 and in 2019, and we won the last 4 times. We won in 2014 divisional round playoff game, the 2016 divisional round playoff game, and then obviously won in the regular season in 2019, and then we obviously won. The Packers did against the Cowboys in the in the 2017 regular season and the 2019 regular season. And in real life, in 2022, this upcoming season, which obviously will start in September, we play the Cowboys. I'm not sure when though, but we are playing them. But yeah, at least the real life Panthers actually won a playoff game, and obviously about to play the Cowboys, but we're hosting a playoff game. Thanks Seahawks for doing that, because if Washington beat Seattle, obviously the Cowboys would have went to the 1 seed, would have went to Minnesota to play the Vikings, and we would have went to Washington to play the football team. But because the Seahawks beat the football team, Seattle's going to Minnesota, and Dallas is coming to Green Bay to play apparently in a tornado, or not tornado, but a blizzard, not a tornado. Because it says, this team meeting in playoff blizzard, discuss the forecast for your playoff game. If it's this playoff blizzard, and based on what time of year it is, obviously it's January in Green Bay, it's going to be snowing, because it was snowing for a little bit of the real life game against the 49ers, especially in the second half, where it started to snow enough where you could see the white on the field. And obviously, everyone kept slipping. Like Deebo Samuel for the Niners kept slipping, and he actually limped off with like a minute left in the game. But yeah, closing the next clip. I'll see you on the other side. Go Pack Go. So I was about to say we're about to play the Cowboys. I'm not playing that game right now. It'll be next episode. They do have Amari Cooper, who's a 94 overall. Cowboys have an 88 offense, 80 defense, and the Cowboys have an 88 offense and 80 defense, and they're an 84 overall. We have a 92 offense now, an 85 defense, and an 88 overall. So we're plus what? 4 off. We're plus 4 on offense, plus 5 on defense, and a plus 4 on overall. So these offenses could be high powered, but obviously you have Prescott, Elliott, Cooper, CeeDee Lamb for the Cowboys. Obviously for Packers, we have Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Devontae Adams, Curtis Samuel, Robert Tonyan. I mean, this could be a shootout. Obviously, like I said, next episode of the series will be the Packers NFC Divisional Round playoff game against the Cowboys at Lambeau. Obviously, we didn't win the division, but obviously we didn't win the division, and we ended up being the 5 seed. The Packers were, but we're playing the 6 seed Cowboys. We're the higher seed, and it's all thanks to the Seahawks being in Washington. Because if that didn't happen, like I said, we would have went to Washington to play the football team. But Seattle beat Washington. Seattle's going to Minnesota, and we're hosting the Cowboys in the divisional round. End of the game, as we're 2 wins away from making it Super Bowl 56 in LA at SoFi Stadium. Or it's really in Inglewood, but just say LA. But Super Bowl 56, like I said, is at SoFi Stadium in LA. 2 more wins to get there. As a division round playoff game against the Cowboys at Lambeau will be in the next episode. Stay tuned for that. I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but sooner than later. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be, but it will be sooner than later. Understand close on the board. If you hit the like button, subscribe if you have the answer. Mom, Dad, grandma, and aunts, friends about these videos. And I'm going to see you in episode number 7 of his Green Bay Packers Madden 22 franchise series. See you in episode number 7. I need a lot of bacon and go Packers.